everyone, Derek's Damn Toys, and we are back with another action figure review. Today we are playing, hopefully we don't get copyrighted so heavy this video gets blocked. Just kidding, we've got an action figure review. Today we've got the Elite Series 12 Justin Gabriel. Of course, just don't mind the head scan swap, as I did personally like this head scan just a tad bit better than his screaming head scan. I actually went out of my way to buy this basic just to get that head scan for it, but you've seen the actual head scan that goes on it. Just to show you again, it's not a terrible head scan. I gotta personally fix it up and get some of the scuff marks out of the hair. This one, he does have a little bit of scuffage in the hair for a basic, but it's not terrible. Like, honestly, I can live with the little bit of scuffages on this figure. And I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm like about to throw up half the time when I speak sometimes. I kind of got a burp right now. But yeah, we've got the Elite Series 12 Justin Gabriel. Sadly, when I bought this figure, he did not come with his shirt accessory though. But good news, I've got the shirt accessory because I used to own this figure. So, just taking a nice low gander at that. I apologize for that. I don't know if you heard me fucking wheeze there for a second, but that cough was just not staying down. So yeah, my apologies again, but yeah, just kind of taking a little quick gander at the t-shirts. This is a shirt from back in the early series, and it looks just as good as some of the modern day t-shirts that we get. Of course, this is the core because he was a part of the core. I don't know what the core was supposed to symbol there, especially with two R's, but that don't really matter much. I can't touch the shirt anymore. It kind of makes me feel a little weird. But of course, you look at this Justin Gabriel from head to toe. You've got nice blue designs on the trunks with, I'm assuming those are lettering that lead to the back. Maybe they're just squiggle lines. I don't know. You've also got the wrist gauntlets that would have been cool if they were sculpted on, but they're not. They're supposed to represent like the studded like things from, I don't know what they are, but they're like the little leather like button up things, I want to say. Maybe that's not exactly what it is, but that's what it reminds me of. Of course, you got your basic black knee pads and a fairly similar design that's on his trunks, on his kick pads, with the same similar-ish wing design on the boots. Got the nice lace look on the back, of course, sadly all painted on there. No textures just yet. This was back when they kind of used the same kick pad mold for just about everybody. But yeah, you know, getting into it, this figure is actually really, really good. It does pose around fairly well for a single jointed armed figure. You've got the good old ab crunch, the waist swivel, which is nice and tight. You got the double jointed pinned in knees. You got good old articulation in the kick pad. Of course, this is one of the, I want to say, CM Punk styles, where the kick pad has the upper half on it. I don't know, I'm not exactly sure. I feel like some of them didn't, some of them did when it came to Punk. Of course, and this was actually back in a day where the feet articulated, and they articulated fairly well. I can't say I'm, you know, really complaining here. Got a good old kick going on. All that poses fairly well. I will say though, the idea of him doing a super kick is kind of ridiculous, but that's also because back then the pine cone joints were fairly hard to articulate with, and I did, you know, put this in hot water to change the head scan. Kind of did that with the legs, and it did not work out fairly well. I don't know. At the end of the day, this is a really good Justin Gabriel. I think the only elite Justin Gabriel out there. Of course, you can have mini basics, but that's whatever. At the end of the day, before we get into that too much, why don't we put the t-shirt on here? Now that we've got the shirt on Justin Gabriel here, I also was going to say that we are going to get into the final thoughts on this figure, but sadly, you know, kind of had another little cough come up. I can feel another one brewing in the back of my throat as we speak. But yeah, on that note, we'll try to get through this fairly quick and hope that songs don't repeat constantly from my playlist. I hope you guys are enjoying the tarot read that I am playing. Anywho, when it comes down to it at the end of the day, for the price I paid on this figure, was it worth it? I think it was actually fairly worth it to have this hidden gem in my collection yet again. Of course, you got a little bit of scuffs and stuff with the gauntlets and shish. But if I really want to, and just, you know, throwing it out there, I could always just take the arms off this basic, throw them up onto this Justin Gabriel, and that'll actually probably look a bit crisper in my opinion. But I don't know, I kind of wanted to leave the gauntlets on there for right now. But let me know, should I swap the arms, should I not? I don't know. Either way, when it comes down to it, based off of how these figures used to pose around and stuff of that nature, what would I give this figure on a scale of 1 to 10 with this semi-retro review? And you know, I just throwing it out there, when it comes to the Shawn Michaels, I was semi-right. It was a SummerSlam Build-A-Figure weight for Dominic Mysterio. I did, you know, check in on that after I kind of fucked up and forgot. That should already be uploaded by the time I get this even done recording and stuff of that nature. So, you know, check that out if you haven't seen it yet. But as far as this figure goes, what would I rate it? I would have to say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to have to give this on the old scale a very good solid, we'll give it a good solid 7, just because Justin Gabriel, he's a fairly unique character to have in elite form. This figure, if it was kept in the greatest of conditions, you know, no scuffs and stuff like that, easily could be worth a good solid $50, maybe $60, I'd say, depending on how, you know, good the quality is. Like if you have the shirt, no scuffs, no paint marks, nothing of that nature, this figure would be solid. This figure would be set. Still not a perfect 10 out of 10, not a good old 9 out of 10, not a even solid 8 out of 10, just a good 7 out of 10. I am going to have to give this one. And I only put it like that just because, going based off the old scale, I would have hated how it can't really do a good old super kick. And that's just because I feel like Justin Gabriel would be the guy to do super kicks, but if not, meh, it's kind of just whatever in that instance. But on that note, you know, I don't really have much more left to say, so why don't we sign up out of here? Second time today. If you liked the video, feel free to like the video. If you did not, womp womp. But if you did, feel free to check out some of my other action figure content, such as, you know, action figure reviews, kind of like this one, or the Shawn Michaels I mentioned. We've got unboxings, which I haven't done one in a while, and we also have, you know, we have the pig fed. I couldn't think of the word there for a second there. We are currently working on the third part to the Legends Night episode. It is episode 12 of Chaos Theory. I hope you guys like this little fantasy metal here, kind of whatever though. Anyways, when it comes down to it at the end of the day, we are currently in part 3 of Legends Night. I am about halfway done with the first match out of the 2 that will be previewed on there. And I hope you guys enjoy, at least for right now, the last full-length episode of Chaos Theory, just because that's what that will be once it's all combined together and stuff of that nature. But yeah, on that note, have a good rest of your day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I don't know, because I am not in your time zone. And yeah, on that note, have a good rest of your day. Deuces, ooses, leg trip. You knock the fuck out.